into other bags. I'm goofy with papers, so bear with me. Oh, and you know, the baby, that's my godson, you know what I'm saying? That's my most important job. All right. Okay, so this poem is called Immigrants in the Rock. Institutionalized again this month. Nightstick, nightstick, I know no other colors today. The state's pastel gibberish inspired by the gold trim around Mother Africa, a congressional motif that includes retail awards and standard issue bullets left on a plate outside my door. Malcolm's ballroom jacket slung over my son's shoulders. House address numbers disfigured and strewn about the sidewalk. Two shootouts that briefly align, that make up a parable. Two metronomes in a car, or noon to a new preacher, or a lukewarm relationship with your people. Face down, you are a mid-sized activist file. Mismatched prison group members and flagged artists who walk over the dead white bodies, the Mississippi mixtape. Coral check cashing spots in a preparatory city now Europeanized. Nightstick, the next person out the door means America no harm. It is only raining one thing. It is only raining one thing. Non-white cops. Which so funny to me. Which part of the painting would make a good horn? A son taken for cobblestones, the sum of all corporate defense mechanisms. Which shape was martyred by an imperialist state? War song wearing off, I am replaced at the wheel. The hospital bed shakes, now I am a white man's son. The Bible that goes bump. Behind this room is my mind. Throwing around this room is my mind. The poet takes over for his former self. Spirit world is no more than language. Bad posture comes in threes. The pot, the pan, the murder man. The secret to writing poems is to not deflect. If you do not know anything about the color blue, don't go calling yourself a child at heart. If you have never improvised an elevator ride, don't go calling yourself in need of prayer. A word with you, Lord. Lord, you are a drug-induced Lord. Prison guard shadows go the way of spoiled milk floating on an oil spill. Go the way of now extinct hand gestures. A neighborhood making a lot of fuss over its demise. A lake for a Black Panther party. With practice, I met every white person in the world. My only change of clothes prosecuted. My pennies closing in on an opera. I am the worst of your weapons, Lord. In hurried remembrance of pre-institution sanity, I write a poem on a piece of, in hurried remembrance of a pre-institution sanity, I write a poem on a piece of paper that was hurried to me. I have a grasp. The poem goes well for a day or two. On the way to the other pocket, the poem turns into a dry out-of-body insight or a poor person's ballroom. Unprovable music theory. The poem turns into absolute political failure. I have a bluer grasp. There's money in my pocket. A Reagan meeting adjourns. My father dies. I have a grasp unavenged. Or I'm the only one participating in the revolution today. Suburb retracts, then we are eaten in front of our bones. Big earthquake takes little earthquake, Lord. Believe in the street. 60s newspaper clippings on a string hanging next to the teeth like a book of life. The unfortunate alliance between killer and killed replaces the hippies with white people.
Come on, Bled.
Child sitting on top of a mountain of church clothes says, what I really want to do is commit a crime captured by a closed circuit camera and take advantage of the patience of my working class friend. I want a war on behalf of a person painting rivers. I talked to a classless people today. They were not overworked nor military captains. They were not wage-washed nor born in a series. Baby, I am the last white man on earth. A church signals another church with mirrors and nose drips. The spirit world up and starts murdering city trees. My poem, my cutest remade scar, my Saturn for adults, my junkie industrialism made interestingly heartfelt. I knew my father as much as I want to be known. Domestic colony in increments of eclipse, shiny rider eclipse, empty wallet eclipse, gangsterism and other coherent outcomes, hymnal outcomes, now the thought jumping to the wall to die. Empty wallet eclipse, 52 presidents for the sake of this card trick. I am picking all the teeth out of a mouth harp, cigaretting a pen, calling black fire to prayer. Toned down debris in a movable me, turns you from a spirit to a spirit only. At this point, what is anyone doing in America? My membership card to a non-black union, pieces of a tusk on a workshop floor, God not in my hands, God not in my comedy, just my shallow breath in an old donut shop spoon. The mouth harp now prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, we know what you all are not doing. Mainly, you all are not leaving the universe to its childhood. Potshot literature born hourly, children watching and identifying with people. The important thing to understanding the political economy of an empire is how a lie is experienced. My money being the nonviolent part of rage, a kind of courtesy worship or caste system blues, bullet casings in the cone, I learned their language immediately. I watched an animal explode into hundreds of flags. Judging by my wounds, the government has counted me in. Face to face with a police officer's family history, my anecdote is only just beginning.